The important physical properties of metals are they have a shining surface and also they are very hard. Let's look at some of the examples. The property of metal shining is called metallic luster. Most of the metals in their pure state are very shiny and are very hard except for few metals like sodium, which is soft. The next property is called malleability, which means the ability of a metal to be drawn into thin sheets. Various metal sheets, aluminum foils, are used in our day-to-day life. And the next property is called ductility, which is a property of metals which allows it to be drawn into thin wires. Copper and aluminum wires are generally used in electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity is a property which allows flow of electrons to conduct electricity. Majority of the metals conduct electricity. Still, aluminum and copper are the preferred materials as they are very cost effective. Whereas on the other hand, insulators doesn't allow electricity to pass through them. Thermal conductivity is a property which allows the substance to pass heat through them. Metals are good conductors of heat, and that's the reason cooking utensils have insulators to hold so that the heat does not pass to your hands when we are holding it. Let's look at this activity to understand how heat travels. This is a metal rod to which a nail is fixed using wax. Now, when we start heating this metal rod at this place, slowly the iron nail falls off. And this happens because heat from this point travels through the entire metal rod and melts the wax, and that's when the nail falls off. The next property of metal is sonority. Metals usually make a typical bell-like sound when hit with other metals. And generally all the metals are in solid state at room temperature except for mercury, which is in liquid state. Now let's look at properties of nonmetals. Nonmetals are present in all states of matter, solids, liquids, and some are also in gases. Nonmetals are generally brittle. For example, chalk, coal, they all break into pieces when hit with a hammer. Nonmetals are non-malleable, non-ductile, and also they cannot be made into thin sheets, nor they can be drawn into thin wires. Nonmetals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. They do not pass heat or current and hence used as insulators. Nonmetals do not produce any sound when hit by other metals or nonmetals. Most nonmetals produce acidic oxides when dissolved in water, whereas metals give rise to basic oxides.